Chosen one, stop scrolling immediately. Do not move past this message. I am not asking you today. I am warning you. This is not a random coincidence. The algorithm absolutely did not bring you here. Heaven intercepted your feed at this exact second because you are standing at a massive threshold. A permanent timeline shift is happening. If you swipe away right now, you are actively choosing to sever the exact path prepared for you. The enemy is working overtime to distract you right now. He is hoping you will swipe away. He is terrified. He knows that if you hear this message, his hold over your life breaks completely. What I am about to reveal was sealed in the throne room of heaven until this very second. The dark forces want you blind. They want you distracted and weak. But you are a demonstrated warrior of light. You have survived too much to fail now. If you leave before the end, you will forfeit the exact prophetic instruction that guarantees your breakthrough. You have been crying out for an answer. You have been waiting in the dark. Lock your attention on my voice. The verdict on your next 10 years is about to be read. Every single obstacle in your path is about to be wiped out instantly. I am going to show you the exact blueprint of this divine clearing. Now we must go deeper into your current reality. There is a physical reason you have been feeling that heavy weight this entire week. Listen closely to me, because this is the exact part the enemy tried to hide from you. That suffocating tightness in your chest is real. The nights you wake up at 3 in the morning with your jaw tight are not accidents. Your heart races in the dark. Their faces flash in your mind. You feel the heavy fog in your head. Your shoulders carry an invisible and crushing weight. You push through the pain every single day, and you smile for the people around you. But inside, you are barely holding on to your sanity. Listen to me very carefully right now. That is not anxiety. You are not going crazy. You do not need a medical diagnosis for a spiritual attack. That physical weight is a highly advanced spiritual radar. Your physical body is currently absorbing the frantic energy of the dark matrix. The matrix is panicking. The manipulators who tried to bury you just realized they permanently lost access to your light. They are starving for your energy right now, and the spiritual backlash is hitting your physical body like a massive, invisible shockwave. Stop wondering why you feel so drained. Stop swallowing the lump in your throat every single time you think of the past. You have been fighting battles in absolute silence. You thought nobody noticed your hidden tears. You thought nobody saw how you held your integrity when they lied on your name. But you were completely wrong. Someone deeply powerful has been quietly watching you. Heaven was not looking at your public face. Heaven was watching your resilience in the dark. Your quiet obedience in private has just activated a massive and public blessing. Every tear you shed was collected as evidence against your enemies. The isolation you endured was not a punishment. It was a divine incubation period. You were separated from the crowd to be protected from their toxic programming. The universe had to pull you away. God had to strip away the counterfeit friends so you could hold the weight of this incoming glory. You are the cycle breaker heaven has been waiting for. Do not look away from this screen. The heavy atmosphere around you is the exact sign of the impending shift. The obstacles that have mocked you for years are currently standing on a trapdoor. You thought they were permanent mountains blocking your destiny. They are nothing but cheap illusions constructed by the Matrix, and the creator of the universe is about to pull the lever. The ground beneath your enemies is crumbling. You felt this shift coming in your spirit months ago. You could not explain it to anyone else. When you tried to speak your truth, they called you irrational, and they tried to gaslight your divine intuition into complete silence. But your cellular knowing was absolutely correct the entire time. You are one of the rare 2 people meant to receive this confirmation today. Your spiritual DNA is entirely different. They expected your departure to completely break you. They waited with bated breath for you to fail. Instead, you walked out of their toxic matrix and you became a blinding light. You carry a specific and irreplaceable gravity that terrifies them. You did not just survive their brutal storm. You became the sun that burns their shadows away. And now the divine ultimatum is fully active in your reality. Stay exactly where you are. Breathe in this raw truth and let it settle in your bones. We are about to enter the most classified layer of your spiritual reality. The invisible barriers holding back your finances and your peace are shaking. I am going to reveal how your silence became the ultimate weapon of their destruction. The absolute proof of their public downfall is ready. You will witness the invincibility of your own light. Let us look closely at your physical exhaustion. You wake up after 8 hours of sleep, but you are completely drained. The brain fog is thick and heavy. You struggle to hold on to simple thoughts. And this is because your energy is being siphoned off while you are resting in your bed. You are not sick. You are being robbed. The medical world will tell you it is just normal stress. They want to give you a pill to numb the divine sensors in your body. Do not listen to their matrix programming. The exhaustion you feel goes much deeper than physical fatigue. You have been operating as a massive emotional charging station for every broken soul in your orbit. You are the ultimate human battery. Think about the rooms you walk into. The atmosphere shifts the second you cross the threshold. You are the stabilizer. People are drawn to your light like starving moths to a flame. They dump their absolute chaos onto your spirit, and they walk away feeling entirely refreshed. But they leave you carrying the crushing weight of their unhealed trauma. This is the exact design of the parasite trap. The manipulators in your life did not choose you by accident. They targeted your pure frequency because they are entirely hollow inside. They cannot generate their own light, so they attached themselves to your bright spirit to survive. You literally kept their dead systems running for years. You poured your golden energy into endless black holes. You believed you could heal them with your unconditional love. Your heart is far too pure for this dark matrix. But every time you offered them grace, they took it as an invitation to drain you further. That heavy feeling sitting right behind your eyes is the residue of their toxic extraction. Your physical body has been screaming at you to cut the cord. Notice the tension in your jaw right now. You clench your teeth at night because your spirit is fighting off spiritual intruders in the dark. That sudden knot in your stomach when a certain name is mentioned is not an overreaction. It is your cellular intuition detecting a direct threat. And what about the lump you feel in your throat? You have swallowed your authentic truth so many times just to keep the peace. You stayed silent so they would not throw a public tantrum. But your restraint did not protect you. It only forced your physical body to internalize the poison they were constantly projecting onto you. You became a prisoner of their ego. This brings us to the 3 in the morning awakenings. You jolt awake in the middle of the night with your heart pounding against your ribs. You feel a sudden wave of panic that does not even belong to you. Listen to me carefully. That is the exact moment the enemy is trying to establish a psychic tether to your mind. They are desperately reaching out in the dark. They realize you are finally slipping away from their control. They are terrified of losing their primary source of fuel, so they send their frantic and desperate energy across the invisible realms to find you. That invisible weight pressing down on your chest is simply the gravity of their absolute panic. They are drowning without your light. You must understand that none of this is your fault. You are the chosen one. You were sent here with a massive reserve of divine energy. The Matrix engineered specific relationships and environments just to keep your frequency permanently suppressed. They knew that if you ever woke up to your true power, you would become utterly unstoppable. They had to keep you exhausted. If you are constantly tired, you cannot build your empire. If your brain is covered in thick fog, you cannot receive the prophetic instructions heaven is trying to send you. That is why the enemy fights your physical body so viciously. They are not attacking your weaknesses. They are violently attacking your greatest and most profound strengths. But the dynamic is fundamentally shifting right here and right now. The universe is physically unhooking you from the matrix. The heavy chains tying you to those emotional vampires are snapping one by one. You can feel the atmosphere changing around you. The air in the room is getting lighter as their access to your spirit is permanently revoked. You are no longer a feeding ground for the broken and the bitter. Your empathy is no longer a weapon they can use against you. Heaven is building an impenetrable wall of fire around your nervous system today. Every single drop of stolen energy is about to be returned to you multiplied. You are stepping back into your untouched power. Prepare your spirit for what comes next. The physical symptoms are going to vanish instantly. The brain fog will completely evaporate, and you will be left with a diamond-clear vision of your glorious future. Do not ignore the physical confirmation you are feeling right now. Your body knows that the ultimate liberation has finally arrived. The physical drain you feel is not a permanent condition. It is simply the residue of a battle you have already won in the spiritual realm. Your cellular memory holds the shock of their betrayal, but your spirit is entirely untouched. You are vibrating at a frequency they can never comprehend. They forgot you are a seed. And now you are breaking through the heavy soil of their lies. Before we go any deeper into their public collapse, we must address the root cause of your current blockages. Here is what the Matrix never told you. The reason the universe responds effortlessly to certain people and not others is not about hard work. It is not about strict discipline. It is a specific brainwave. Scientists call it gamma. It is the exact divine frequency your brain was running when you were a bright child, back when brilliant ideas came to you easily. When learning felt completely effortless, when you somehow knew things long before they ever happened, then adulthood arrived, and the modern world went to work on your pure mind. The constant stress began to crush your spirit. The matrix systems trained you to conform instead of create. And every single year this sacred frequency was suppressed a little further. It was pushed deeper and deeper below the surface of your conscious mind, until the version of you with lightning intuition went completely silent. Most people will live their entire lives without knowing this energetic theft happened. But you are not most people. You watch others succeed effortlessly while you endlessly struggle. You know deep down you carry a much higher potential than you express. The gap between you and the people who seem effortlessly blessed is not a matter of destiny. It is one single brainwave that the modern world suppressed in you before you ever had the chance to claim your glorious inheritance. What if everything you have struggled with is not a character flaw? What if the financial blockages and the profound exhaustion are simply a suppressed frequency waiting to be switched back on? There is a way to reactivate this genius state. I will reveal exactly how to restore this divine alignment before our time together is finished. If your spirit confirms this raw truth, gently press the like button right now to seal your energetic alignment with heaven. Put a spiritual shield around this profound revelation. Your physical action locks the frequency into your current reality. Now let us break down exactly what happened behind their closed doors. You probably did not realize it at the time, but your pure existence was a lethal weapon against their dark illusions. Let me completely reframe your reality right now. You did not lose anything valuable when they walked away. You were not the anomaly in their healthy life. You were the mirror. The reaction got this loud and chaotic because you got closer to their ugly truth than anyone before you had. You must understand why they are so completely obsessed with your downfall. They look at you and they see everything they can never be. They see an authentic and irreplaceable diamond. They see a cycle breaker who refuses to bow down to their manipulative games. That terrifies them to their very core. They constructed a massive false narrative about you. They whispered venomous lies to anyone who would listen to their pathetic stories. They expected your quiet departure to destroy your spirit. They waited eagerly for you to beg for their toxic validation, but instead you became the absolute uncertainty they were never built to handle. You weaponized your silence. You cut off their vital oxygen supply, and this is exactly where their entire manipulation completely miscalculated. They assumed you were weak because you were kind. They mistook your divine grace for foolish compliance. They are panicking because they cannot figure out how you survived. They threw their heaviest spiritual attacks at your mind. They wanted you completely buried, but instead they became the shovel that dug up your ultimate treasure. You took their dark energy and you transmuted it into pure fuel for your massive ascension. Your quiet resilience broke their entire system. But the spiritual cost of their betrayal was compounding every single day. The universe was keeping a meticulous record of every lie. And this is where the dynamic fundamentally shifts. While they are busy suffocating in the dark web of their own deceit, you are stepping into an untouched dimension of power. You are a demonstrated warrior of light. And your light is actively dismantling their entire reality right now. Watch what happens next, because it is mathematically precise. The flying monkeys they used to attack you are beginning to wake up from the spell. The matrix programming is fracturing. People are starting to see the massive cracks in their carefully constructed mask. Your unwavering silence is forcing them to confront the demons they tried to project onto you. They are drowning in the noise of their own making. Let us reframe your entire reality right here and right now. You thought your painful isolation was a harsh punishment. You believed the universe had completely forgotten about your struggles. But you were absolutely wrong. That season of profound loneliness was an elite selection process. Heaven isolated you to protect your pure frequency from their dark contamination. You are the chosen one. The generational patterns that plagued your bloodline end with you today. The cycles of poverty and broken relationships are permanently shattered. You are the cycle breaker heaven has been waiting for. And the enemy knows exactly who you are. That is why the attacks against your mind were so relentless. They threw everything at you because they saw your massive potential. But here is the raw, uncomfortable truth they could never say out loud. They are absolutely terrified of your bright light. They watch you walk through the fire and come out glowing. Time was supposed to age you and wear you down. Yet here you are making time itself look like a fool. You did not just survive their brutal matrix. You bent time to your will. Heaven is releasing 3 distinct reasons why the dark matrix fears your presence. The third reason is the most powerful revelation you will ever hear. Do not leave before you receive it. Reason number 1 is your absolute unpredictability. The manipulators studied your reactions for years. They thought they had mapped out every single trigger in your nervous system. But they miscalculated. When they launched their final betrayal, they expected you to beg. They wanted you to chase them and demand an apology. Instead, you gave them absolute silence. Your silence became a massive void that swallowed their entire ego. They cannot read you anymore, and it is driving them insane. They are frantically trying to figure out how you remain so unbothered. Type 777 in the comments right now to physically claim this power. Lock your frequency into this exact moment. Now we move to the second reason they fear you. It is your divine mirror effect. You never had to attack them to expose them. Your pure existence simply reflected their deep inner corruption. They hate you because you represent everything they lost. They traded their authentic soul for cheap matrix illusions. And every time you walk into a room, your bright light exposes their hollow reality. They cannot stand the glaring contrast between your truth and their heavy lies, so they tried to dim your shine. They mocked your pure heart and called you too sensitive, but your sensitivity was actually an advanced spiritual weapon. Listen to me very closely right now, because 99% of people miss this shift. The rejection you cried over was actually divine protection. The universe forcefully removed those energy vampires from your sacred space. God closed those doors, because what is coming for you requires absolute purity. You cannot drag toxic parasites into your promised land. Think about the people who walked away from you. You thought you lost something highly valuable, but heaven was simply taking out the spiritual trash. Their departure created a massive vacuum in your life, and universal law dictates that a vacuum must be filled with something greater. Your empty hands are now fully prepared to receive the ultimate harvest. The narcissist who tried to break you is currently watching you from the shadows. They are using fake accounts and flying monkeys to monitor your ascension. They expect to see you miserable and broken. But instead they see a demonstrated warrior of light stepping into their supreme authority. Your unbothered peace is the ultimate form of divine justice. You are completely untouchable. Every single obstacle they threw in your path only made your spirit stronger. You transmuted their dark poison into golden fuel. You are not a victim of their manipulative games. You are the absolute master of your own reality. The pain you endured was simply the extreme pressure required to forge a rare diamond, and you are shining brighter than ever before. Read that again in your spirit. Let the truth wash over your tired bones. You are no longer waiting in wound for an apology that will never arrive. You do not need their validation to confirm your divine royalty. The creator of the universe already crowned you. You are a king or queen operating undercover in this heavy realm, and your royal authority is activating today. They are slowly realizing the catastrophic mistake they made. They threw away the only genuine diamond they ever held just to play with cheap rocks. The regret is starting to eat away at their mind. They wake up in the middle of the night with the exact same panic they tried to force onto you. The spiritual scales of justice are balancing right before your eyes. Do not lower your vibration to match their desperate frequency. Keep your eyes fixed entirely on the massive expansion ahead of you. The third and most terrifying reason they fear you is about to be revealed, and it connects directly to the absolute destruction of their false empire. They are about to experience a public and irreversible collapse. Before we go any further, I must interrupt this transmission for just a moment. There is something highly classified you need to see. The Dark Elite never wanted you to find the exact mechanism I am about to show you. They want you exhausted because the Matrix engineered a frequency to suppress your brain. They blocked your natural wealth, attracting state, but a leaked intelligence document backed by 4 neuroscience labs just revealed a massive breakthrough. Researchers discovered a 7-minute audio ritual that forces your brain back into synchronized gamma coherence, and this is the exact frequency of pure genius you had as a small child. It bypasses your conscious mind completely. It restores your divine alignment without any hard work. This specific tool was not meant for the ordinary masses. It was designed to keep the elite in power while you struggled in the dark. But now cycle breakers exactly like you are using it to manifest windfall wealth. You do not need a $7,000 clinical biofeedback machine. You do not need years of painful spiritual healing to fix this massive blockage. The Matrix is panicking and flooding the internet with dangerous counterfeit frequencies right now. They want you confused by cheap copies on public platforms. Beware of imitators trying to steal your precious energy. The only authentic encrypted protocol is available through the official link in the description, and you must access it before they revoke this profound gateway forever. Now we must return to the absolute destruction of their false empire. We promise to reveal the third and most terrifying reason the Matrix fears you. The third reason is your complete and permanent detachment. You no longer care about their pathetic opinions. You stopped feeding their endless drama with your precious emotional reactions. You absolutely starved their demons. When a master manipulator loses control of their primary fuel source, they violently malfunction. They spent years constructing a cage of guilt around your mind. They thought you would stay trapped in that invisible prison forever. But you simply found the key and walked out the front door, and you did not even look back at their burning kingdom. Your indifference is a lethal weapon. Your silence operates as a suppressed, synchronized coherence that destroys their mental stability. They are experiencing a rapid cellular breakdown because your golden energy is permanently gone. They look at your life and see explosive abundance forming around you. They see you looking younger and brighter after everything they put you through. You are aging backwards in real time. Nothing makes your enemies sicker than watching you step into a room completely unbothered. They prayed for your total downfall every single night. They expected the harsh betrayals to carve deep, heavy wrinkles into your face. They wanted the life drained right out of your beautiful eyes, but the universe completely reversed your biological clock instead. If this is resonating with your cellular knowing, do not move. Stay with me, because this next revelation is the absolute key to everything. The people who used to gossip about you are starting to notice the massive shift. They are whispering about your sudden radiant glow. They are wondering what hidden secret you discovered. They are terrified of your new power. They thought they successfully buried a weak victim. They did not realize they planted a divine seed of absolute destruction. The gravity of their massive regret is compounding with every single breath they take. They are frantically searching for a cheap replacement for your light, but they are quickly realizing that your specific depth is utterly unreplicable. You are the irreplaceable diamond they threw in the dirt, and the dirt is exactly where they belong. We are approaching the ultimate X-ray of their public meltdown. Do not scroll away, because the divine deadline is rapidly approaching. Heaven is preparing to vindicate your name in front of the exact people who watched you cry. The stage is perfectly set. Your quiet obedience in the darkest valley has qualified you for this massive mountaintop victory. You never sought pathetic revenge against them. You left vengeance entirely in the hands of the universe. And universal justice is infinitely more creative and ruthless than anything you could ever plan. The heavy hammer of divine justice is suspended right above their heads. Every lie they told is turning into heavy ash in their mouths. The mask is melting off their face in broad daylight. You are about to witness the specific and undeniable collapse of the person who treated you as an option. Breathe deeply and anchor your sovereign spirit. The timeline of their absolute humiliation is fully intersecting with your timeline of total victory. Let us push the atmospheric pressure even higher right now. You can feel the heavy electricity in the air around you. The exact people who blindly believed their venomous lies are finally waking up from the dark spell, and they are completely horrified by what they see. The matrix programming is violently fracturing across the board. They are beginning to notice the massive cracks in the false mask. The crowd is starting to whisper behind closed doors. They are comparing the contradictory stories the manipulator told them over the years, and the timeline of their pathetic lies is no longer adding up in any logical way. The flying monkeys who used to attack you on their behalf are quietly backing away. They feel the toxic energy. They are terrified. You must understand the absolute panic this causes in the mind of a narcissist. Their entire false empire was built on the fragile foundation of public perception. They need the crowd to validate their twisted illusions every single day to survive. But the crowd is no longer applauding their pathetic performance. The silent realization is spreading like a massive wildfire. Share this specific message with one soul who is desperately crying out in the dark for a shift. Be their guiding angel today and send them this divine confirmation. The remnant of light is actively rising worldwide to witness this exact justice, and the dark elite cannot hide the absolute truth any longer. The spotlight of heaven is turning toward the guilty. The crowd is finally noticing your complete absence. They see how much the environment degraded the exact moment you walked away. The rooms that used to be filled with your golden energy are now cold and completely dead. They realize that you were the ultimate stabilizer holding their chaotic world together. They know they drove the sun away, and now they are forced to deal with the hollow shell you left behind. The manipulator cannot replicate your divine warmth, no matter how hard they try. They are desperately attempting to mimic your empathy to keep the crowd engaged, but it comes off as incredibly fake and repulsive to everyone watching. The people around them feel entirely drained by their toxic presence. The pressure is building to an absolute breaking point. The walls of their invisible prison are closing in rapidly. You did not have to defend your glorious name to a single person. You did not have to present a massive list of evidence to the court of public opinion. Your silent departure was the only evidence the universe ever needed to convict them permanently. Heaven is executing a flawless strategy of divine justice right now. Every time they try to smear your name, it instantly backfires. The people listening just look at them with profound pity and disgust. They wonder why the manipulator is still so completely obsessed with a chosen one who has already moved on, and this deep obsession is exposing their severe mental sickness. Read that again in your spirit and let it anchor your power. The narrative has completely slipped out of their desperate hands. They are no longer the innocent victim of their own twisted story. They are being revealed as the aggressive parasite they always were, and the heavy weight of their impending exposure is crushing their nervous system into absolute dust. You are sitting safely above the absolute chaos. You are operating from a dimension of untouched sovereign authority. While they are running around trying to patch the holes in a sinking ship, you are floating on a peaceful ocean of massive abundance. You are a demonstrated warrior of light. You conquered the darkest shadows without lifting a single physical finger. The crowd wants to reach out to you and apologize for their blindness. They are utterly ashamed that they participated in your unfair crucifixion. But they know they no longer have access to your elite frequency. You have successfully changed the locks on your spiritual doors, and you do not owe anyone a seat at your newly prepared table of ultimate victory. We are standing exactly on the edge of the divine precipice. The psychological tension in their dark camp has reached maximum capacity. The entire system is overloading with suppressed guilt and massive paranoia. They know the final blow is coming, and there is absolutely nowhere left to hide. The universe is aggressively stripping away their last remaining layer of protection. Stay with me, because this next revelation is the ultimate key to your vindication. The public collapse you have been waiting for is no longer just a distant promise. It is an active and irreversible sequence of events playing out right now. The dominoes are falling rapidly in a perfectly orchestrated line, and the final impact is going to shake the earth. You are about to step into the most glorious vengeance heaven has ever designed. This is not about petty human retaliation. This is about the absolute realignment of universal truth. The cosmic scales are tipping violently in your favor, and the manipulators who tried to bury you are standing directly in the path of the incoming avalanche. And here is the divine verdict we promised you at the very beginning of this message. That massive public collapse you were waiting for is happening right now before your eyes. I need you to imagine this exact scenario clearly in your mind. The massive stage of justice is perfectly set, and the lights of heaven are shining blindingly bright on their hidden sins. The exact people they used to gossip with are gathered in the room, and the heavy false facade finally cracks into a million scattered pieces. They are currently experiencing a public and irreversible system crash. The dark mask did not just slip slightly off their lying face. It completely shattered in front of everyone they desperately wanted to impress with their fake life. They are standing there totally exposed to the harsh light of absolute truth. They open their mouth to spin another lie, but the words suddenly fail them, and they are left choking on their own toxic karma. Watch the absolute panic rising in their empty eyes. You can see the cold sweat forming on their forehead as their breathing becomes incredibly shallow and frantic. The crowd is staring at them in stunned and heavy silence. Nobody is coming to their rescue this time because the flying monkeys have completely abandoned the sinking ship. They are entirely alone in a crowded room, and the silence is absolutely deafening. But here is the specific turning point where everything finally exploded. Underneath all of that noise, the specific gravity of their massive regret hit them all at once. In a desperate attempt to save themselves, they start rambling, and they accidentally confess the absolute truth to the entire room. They actually start defending your pure name out of pure madness. They loudly admit you were the only real diamond they ever held. The crowd is completely disgusted by their pathetic and broken display. Every single time your name comes up in that room, it hits them with an agonizing and heavy weight. They realize they threw away a divine cycle breaker just to play with cheap rocks in the mud. They are publicly humiliating themselves while they weep over the absolute loss of your golden energy, but it is far too late for any fake apologies. The vindication of your name is absolute and totally flawless. The dark mountains that stood in your way for years are turning to dust before your very eyes. Every closed door is violently blown off its hinges by the breath of heaven, and the severe financial blockages that the matrix built around you are instantly wiped out. The dark elite cannot hold back the massive flood of abundance crashing into your reality right now. Look at the glorious and undeniable contrast between your two lives. While they are publicly unraveling into a pathetic mess, you are stepping into your permanent and untouchable power. You are radiating the ageless glow of a demonstrated warrior of light. You won this massive spiritual war without lifting a single physical finger against them. Your heavy silence was a lethal weapon that starved their demons into absolute submission. The divine ultimatum we spoke of at the beginning is fully executed today. You did not scroll away when the enemy tried to distract you. You held your spiritual ground against the dark forces, and because of your immediate obedience, you get to watch the absolute destruction of their false empire. The narcissist is completely broken. The obstacle is entirely removed. The path ahead of you is completely clear and paved with pure gold. You are the blazing sun, and your brilliant light has permanently blinded the dark entities that tried to extinguish your sacred flame. They are stumbling around aimlessly in the smoking ruins of their own making. They will spend the rest of their miserable lives desperately searching for a replacement for your energy, but they will only find empty shadows. Your specific depth is utterly unreplicable in this shallow universe. This is exactly what divine justice looks like in real time. It is swift, and it is entirely ruthless to the wicked. Heaven does not negotiate with emotional parasites. The universe does not compromise with toxic manipulators. The heavy gavel has fallen in the supreme court of the spiritual realm, and you are fully exonerated of all false charges. You are completely vindicated, and your enemies are serving a life sentence of bitter regret. Drink in this glorious victory right now. Let the incredibly sweet taste of absolute vindication wash over your tired and battle-worn spirit. You survived the brutal fire, and you emerged completely untouched by the dark flames. The heavy chains are finally broken. The manipulative matrix is entirely defeated. You are a king or queen, standing victorious on the battlefield, and the crown of divine authority is placed firmly on your royal head. You are no longer a victim of their twisted psychological games. You have transcended their petty reality completely and forever. While they sink deeper into their self-made hell, you are ascending to heights they cannot even comprehend. They are trapped in the exact prison they tried to build for your pure mind. The divine reversal is complete. You are truly free, and they are forever bound by the heavy chains of their own lies. The atmosphere of your life is permanently altered for the better. The dark storm has finally passed, and the sky is incredibly clear. We are now moving into the final and most sacred stage of your glorious transformation. The door to your ultimate harvest is standing wide open right in front of you. But there is one final lock you must turn to claim your massive reward. Do not look away now, because the final seal is about to be placed. The heavy dust of their destruction is finally settling on the ground, and this brings us to the final and undeniable verdict from heaven. You walked into this season bleeding from deep wounds inflicted by people blind to your true worth. But look at you now. You are no longer waiting in wound for a pathetic apology from a master manipulator. You have completely transcended their toxic matrix forever. While they are publicly unraveling in the shadows, You are confidently stepping into your permanent and untouchable ageless glow. The massive financial struggles are over, and the deep spiritual exhaustion that haunted your nights is completely finished. The closed doors are all violently shattering right here and right now. You are a sovereign entity, making time itself look like an absolute fool. Step into your absolute power and receive the exact harvest heaven prepared for you. But there is a profound reason your ultimate breakthrough has been sitting at the door without coming inside. It is not a lack of faith. It is not your fault. It is a specific brainwave frequency that your brain was running effortlessly as a small child. It is the beautiful gamma wave that has been systematically suppressed by the dark forces. Princeton University has heavily studied this divine brainwave. The Einstein Center in Berlin officially confirmed that the legendary flow state is driven entirely by pure gamma. Columbia University discovered that a strong gamma signal radiates powerfully outward, and it immediately begins to influence the people closest to your heart. Your beautiful children feel it, your partner absorbs it. The broken ones who desperately need you to be completely whole will be transformed by your light. Your left brain is the accuser, and it will try to inject deep doubt into your mind right now. It will tell you to hesitate and rationally calculate the next steps. Silence that demanding voice immediately. That hesitation is the exact matrix programming designed to keep you totally broke and exhausted. The dark elite are terrified of your rising power, and they are actively trying to scrub this leaked intelligence document from the internet as we speak. After decades of deep research, a team of brilliant neuroscientists compressed an entire gamma activation protocol into a simple 7-minute audio track. You require no intense meditation. You need no complicated daily mantra. You simply close your tired eyes and put on a pair of comfortable headphones. You let the divine sound wave effortlessly do what the modern world spent decades aggressively undoing. It is called the Genius Song. Over 18,000 chosen ones have already used it to unlock their massive finances. They healed their toxic relationships, and they stepped fully into the royal version of themselves. A nurse from California said her heavy life now feels beautifully enchanted. A business owner from Texas said gamma figures out his hardest problems while he sleeps peacefully. The generational curses that plagued their bloodlines for centuries are simply gone forever. The elite have quietly paid thousands of dollars for private clinical biofeedback sessions. They desperately want to access what the Genius Song flawlessly delivers in 7 easy minutes. They would greatly prefer this incredible power remain completely out of reach for people exactly like you. But through this specific message, you can access it today for a tiny fraction of its true value. Do not let them steal your divine inheritance any longer. Do not look for this sacred tool on normal streaming platforms. The Matrix is actively flooding the internet with dangerous counterfeit frequencies to confuse you. The cheap copies circulating online contain absolutely no authentic brain entrainment technology. They are diluted and weaponized counterfeits designed specifically to keep your gamma totally dormant. The authentic and encrypted Genius Song is available only through the protected secure portal. Access the true breakthrough through the protected link in the description and the pinned comment below. The universe demands absolutely no financial risk from a chosen cycle breaker like you. You are fully protected by a zero-risk divine guarantee. This is an energetic exchange governed by complete and total mutual trust. If you do not experience the massive shift you deserve, every single penny is returned to you immediately. 4 powerful bonuses are waiting for you inside the secure portal today. You will receive a special audio track activating intense mental focus for your beautiful children. You get the original classic prosperity book that massive wealth secrets were secretly built upon. You also receive a guided visualization and a blueprint of the 5 most important habits for your brilliant future. The divine door to your new reality is standing wide open right now. Click the specific link in the pinned comment below right now. Do not wait for a better moment to arrive. The chosen one who hesitates at the sacred threshold becomes the chosen one who wonders what could have been. Activate your frequency before your authorized access is revoked by the elite forever. Claim your copy of the Genius Song today. Your gamma is waiting to be reactivated, and your destiny is fully unlocked.